Good to be here, back in the saddle. And we'll get started with today's show. The golf world definitely holding their breath, wondering what is going on with Tiger Woods. Will we ever see the real Tiger Woods come back? That's the big question. And as the golf season gets rolling and the calendar year has turned into spring, is right around the corner, golf's getting hot, and we're all wondering, right? Where's Tiger? What's going on? Well, Tiger pulling out of the current golf tournament going on in Torrey Pines with the back injury, and things are just not looking good for him. And so I can't help but ask myself, are we ever going to really see that Tiger Woods again? That Tiger Woods, the dominating figure on the links, week in, week out on the PGA Tour, the guy that we've all come to love, the guy that we've all come to kind of awe at his greatness. And I just don't see it happening. I really don't. All this conversation about Jack's record and can Tiger catch it? Will he ever catch Jack? I think we can put that to rest. You know, he's heading down to the final lap of his career, if you will, and I'm not even sure if he's going to finish the final lap. It is not looking good. Because now you're talking about a physical thing here with Tiger, and I think also a lot of it is also mental. You know, he's had some of those physical issues the past couple years of his career, and here once again, as we start 2015, it's not looking pretty at all for Tiger Woods. And I got to believe a lot of this is going to come into his head mentally, where he's just going to start questioning himself, questioning not only his talent, but his body and what it's got left for him. And all this talk, with him changing his golf swing and change this and change that, and let's tweak this a little bit and alternate that. I mean, who does all that? Especially a great like Tiger Woods. You know, you got a professional here, guy's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. And, there's so much tweaking going on. And at 40 years old, you can't do that. You can't kind of reestablish yourself. I know you want to make adjustments as your body gets older, and maybe you're not playing that same aggressive style as you were when you were younger. But I got to believe Tiger Woods here, things are obviously not looking good, and I got to believe things aren't going to get better. But he still garners the attention. Week in and week out throughout the golf season, he is going to have all of us watching once again. But it's for the opposite reasons for what we have become accustomed to. I know when we think Tiger Woods, we watch him on Sundays to see him wear that Tiger red, to see him take control over a leaderboard. And those days are long in the rearview mirror. Sports Sign Officer JT signing off, ESPN 730, ESPN730.com. So when you think Tiger Woods now, because to me, it's not the Tiger of old. Now he's Tiger Woods, the underdog. That's where I'm labeling him. He is labeled for me. I'm labeling him as a underdog. That's pretty much where we are in his career. And so I ask you guys, are you rooting for Tiger Woods here? Because many of us as sports fans, whether you're an avid sports fan, a casual sports fan, you're rooting for the underdog. Are we not? We're rooting for the underdog story, the Cinderella story, if you will. March Madness right around the corner. We're going to all be dialed into that, zeroed in on who are the Cinderella teams. Well, here we are. Tiger Woods, I'm calling him an underdog. I'm wondering if you guys are rooting for Tiger Woods. Tweet me at JT Sounds Off. Are you rooting for him to rebound? Or are you pretty much over the Tiger Woods? Or indeed, are you rooting for him like you did back in his glory days, in his prime years?
The tough thing for Tiger is he is not in his prime anymore, and as an underdog, you have to work harder than everybody else out there. Do you think that, and only Tiger really knows the answer to this question, but do you think his work ethic is where it needs to be?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that's the question that I'm going to pose here. I mean, that's an interesting point, KB. You're going to bring it up and welcome me into the show. That, are you questioning his work ethic? Do you think that he doesn't have that drive that he had back in his prime years?
I mean, like I said, he's the only one that really knows the answer to that question, but I think that, I have my doubts.
Now, I think Tiger knows that it's going to take everything he's got to at least have one really good last year or a couple more years on the tour that are good. It's really going to take all he's got mentally and physically, and I think the most important thing is mentally. How can this guy keep it together in the dome up top Because golf, as we know, more than anything, it is a mental game. And I just think at this point in your career, when you're breaking down, you're thinking championships, you're thinking, all right, I got to get a top 10 finish, top 5, just something to put me back on the map. But yet, I'm just struggling out there, struggling physically. And that's got to get to the guy. It really does. I don't have a problem, or I don't think that he's going to have a problem with pushing himself and challenging himself. No, I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is that his body is giving out. We're to the point here where I don't think that Tiger can no longer take over a golf tournament. Just going to throw that out there. I just don't see it happening. Will he have a good tournament where we're all buzzing, oh, it's the Tiger of old. Is Tiger back? Oh, Tiger is back. Did you see that performance on a Sunday? Sure, I'm not putting that past him. But if you're talking about a consistent Tiger Woods in 2015, I don't see it happening. And with this latest tournament, with him bouncing out, there are some gloomy days ahead, the gray clouds, if you will.
When was the last time you were in awe?
The last time I was in awe of Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
It had to have been a good 5-6 years.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it really has. Been a long time. And so with the dark clouds of Tiger Woods kind of looming over, I got an in-the-know stat here coming up that are quite eye-opening for the Tiger Woods fans out there and for people who aren't, you know of Tiger Woods, but you're not exactly zeroed in and how special this guy has been. Well, coming up next, get you the in-the-know stat, but first, 20 seconds from my friends at Quality Comfort Heating and Air.
Get a new Lennox system from Quality Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and fill your home with air that's the ideal temperature and humidity every second of the day, every day of the year. Call Quality Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning at 704-821-6920. 704-821-6920. Quality Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Quality you can count on, comfort you can enjoy.
All right, in the nose stat here on the Sports Sound Off Show. JT signing off. All right, Tiger Woods projected rankings for the World Golf Rankings has Tiger Woods at number 59, ladies and gentlemen. Number 59, which would be his lowest spot since he won the first of his 79 titles on the PGA Tour back in October of 1996. How many years is that? We're talking 19, almost 20 years. And this is his worst ranking since those days. And I just don't see it getting any better. I would love for him to prove me wrong because, as I've often said on this program, Tiger Woods on the map makes everything good. Makes everything in golf good. And look, the golf world is moving on. Look, I'm not naive to know that. You know, I believe the golf world has moved on. We've seen young guys on the tour who have put up some impressive tournaments, and especially here in Charlotte. You know, a guy like Ricky Fowler, who has been phenomenal to watch. Rory McIlroy, obviously, and the list goes on and on. Jordan Spieth, and we have guys on the tour who are more than capable of entertaining those average golf fans, entertaining the avid golf fans. But we all want to watch the big ticket, and the big ticket obviously is still Tiger Woods. But to hear that in-the-know stat that he could fall to 59th, which would be his lowest ranking since he won his first golf title back in October of 96 in Las Vegas, that's alarming. It really is alarming. And he's not catching Jack's record. He's not. Let's be honest. Sometimes the truth hurts. And in this situation, maybe it does hurt once again. Maybe we're at a point where we're all just kind of wondering, or we don't want to believe that, you know, this is the end for Tiger Woods. We're in denial. Many of us are in denial. But it's time to come to that conclusion that Tiger Woods, the glory days are well past him. And I just don't see him winning a major. I'll throw that out there. I don't see him winning a major. And I don't believe that he will win a single tournament in 2015. I don't think he's going to win a single tournament. Call me crazy, but I just don't see it. Not with what he's going through physically, mentally, on the tour already. The first tournament. Pulling out with a bad back.